Hi students, I am Dr. Anurag Agrawal and today's lecture will be totally concentrating on how to qualify UPSC in the first attempt. And to qualify UPSC in the first attempt, you have to avoid these 6 points. And believe me students, if you follow these 6 points religiously, meticulously, and you will listen this class, this lecture religiously, I am sure you will be very much motivated and you will learn a lot. And these 6 points, I am very much sure that many of you students do it, due to which you suffer a loss. And I am sure that you will not suffer these things if you just listen these 6 points properly. Always remember that if you have English literature as optional in UPSC, PCS or BPSC, the most important point is to complete the history of English literature, right from the 14th century to the modern age, or from the Renaissance to the modern or the postmodern age. Why? Because every question which you have to answer in the examination has to have the blending of the history part, which generally students don't do. And with my vast experience, I have found that students directly read the novels, directly read the summaries and feel that they have completed the course. Actually, it is not. So my dear students, with OSN Academy and with Dr. Agrawal's training and teaching, you will be blessed that you will be able to know that which questions you have to command first. And in that specified period of time, when you are writing the mains examination, I will tell you in my classes that these questions, these answers you have to cover at first, leaving behind those questions which may take more time, which may take more energy, and you may do that successfully after completing these things in order to justify your marks, so that even if you miss something, you may be able to grasp all those things which are needed to complete your chapters, to complete your papers properly. So students, this is the most important fact chronologically that I will be able to help you in my classes for UPSC aspirants. The first point is, students, avoiding everyday news, believing you will be able to do it together in the end. And the end and that day never comes. Read the news on the daily basis so that you do not end up lying under a pile of news of many weeks or many months before the examination. This not only stresses you students, but also makes you forget most of the important news. The second important point, students, to qualify UPSC in your first attempts: not giving speed tests on a regular basis. I have seen in my past career of 24 years that the students do this mistake. Giving speed tests on a regular basis helps you attempt the test in a minimum time with the maximum accuracy. You also come across various strengths, various weaknesses of yours that you may later make use of while attempting the real examination. Over the last 23 years of OSN Academy, I have worked endlessly to evolve its services as one of the finest and the most effective in the entire nation with the quality education provided by me. OSN is a final destination for those fortunate students of UPSC, PCS, BPSC and the UGC NET examinations in the field of English literature. And students, these classes are in the form of the interactive programs where the students can raise their questions and even their doubts clarified. Students can even contact me one-to-one telephonically with the help of the mock test series, with the help of the problem solving sessions of the UPSC and PCS levels. The students always are happy to get themselves evaluated by me directly. Now students, the third point: ignoring working on the topics that you think you are good at. You should always try to make the best use of your strengths while attempting an examination, and that can only be possible when you practice them hard. Practice makes a man perfect, we already know it. And ignoring those things, ignoring them will only make you forget the basics and the lesson. The chances of you attempting them as efficiently, as effectively as you could have done if you would have practiced them very beautifully and very religiously. The fourth point, students, which you have to avoid, not knowing what to start with. Innumerable students ask me, sir, I'm not knowing what to start and where to start. And many a times, students are engrossed, are confused regarding what topics they have to start off their preparations with. You should always start with the topic you are already good at, because that gives you confidence, that motivates you, that gives you strength to move forward, to move further with a positive attitude. Now, students, the fifth point you have to follow: listening and trying to follow the 100 of strategies, which usually most of the students do. And students very often ask different successful candidates about their strategies and try to follow the same. That only makes it more chaotic for them to figure out that what strategy to follow exactly. So, dear students, try to make out your own strategies as per your convenience, as per your own profile, and following that one strategy throughout your preparation will definitely help you come out with flying colors. Don't follow the strategies which you have been watching in the social medias or in the interviews, because every student is a different student and he has come from a different background. So the most important point is this, that follow your own strategy according to your own system. And yes, the last point, the sixth point, lacking consistency in your preparations, which plays an integral part in making you qualify and in not making you qualify. Many of you are quite a bit enthusiastic when you begin your preparations, and then that enthusiasm fades away with the passage of time. And there are times when you are highly active and you study day and night, and after few weeks or few months you do not go ahead as you were proceeding in the initial stages. This will make you forget whatever you have studied during the times when you were most active, and you will have to start all over it again when you decide it for the second time. So remember this thing, that try to keep your preparations consistent throughout as to maintain that positive flow of studies. You must have heard many interviews, and this point is the most important and integral, that every consistent aspirant has qualified UPSC. The moment you drop that consistency level, you have to again start afresh, making you a bit worried, making you losing patience. So don't do this, students. One more point comes to my mind which has to be discussed with you: how to write answers, how to solve questions, how to analyze it, who will solve my questions, and how to interact with the teacher. So these are many questions which come in your mind when it comes to English literature. So my dear students, I would first tell that English literature has a very well-defined course. If you compare it with other subjects, you will find that in the English literature syllabus, the syllabus is of two parts, section A and section B, where you are getting the set of poems, poetry, dramas, etc., concentrating mainly on British literature. So that is not a problem. Your entire course I will be teaching you. But yes, after joining my classes, the 15th day or the 20th day, I start my aspirants giving them questions, and they start solving the answers. They send those answers, and from the very beginning, they are in a habit of writing the answers, which I evaluate personally and tell them their problems, the issues, the grammar or the literary diction which they are applying, which they should apply or not apply. So क्या होता है कि एक स्टार्टिंग लेवल से बच्चे को वो लेवल मिल जाता है which is not possible if the student is reading only the novels and books without any proper technical guidance. So writing, evaluating and assessing and guidance is also playing a very important role in making you qualify the UPSC exams.